repeated words. What is going on?
Sorry. I just did all of that talking and my mic was muted the entire time. Hi, everyone.
Sure was.
I'm sorry. We're here with Mar and with Cat Link for Resident Evil HD Remaster speedrun. And I just talked for like 2 minutes straight and none of it was important, so I'm not going to repeat myself. Mar, Cat, take it away. The floor is y'all.
Thank you so much, Octini. Sorry for interrupting there. I thought, for some reason, I thought you were like, no, all was good. All right. Hey, everyone. My name is Marphoria. I'll be running Resident Evil HD Remaster, which is a remake of the first Resident Evil game. But what's funny, it's like the original remake came out on GameCube in 2002, and then the HD Remaster here came out in 2015. So it's like remake, but it's great.
Remake of a remake of a remake of a remake.
Of a remake of a remake. With me on commentary is Cat Link.
Howdy, hey everybody, how you doing? Hope you're doing well tonight. Thank you, Mar, for having me on. I'm very excited to watch some Resident Evil.
Yeah, we're here with another Catphoria Marlink production. But I'll be running on New Game Plus. We'll be running Jill New Game Plus, which means we beat the game for the first time already. I beat the game already, and then the speedrun is done. You go do another file essentially. And it's run on the easiest difficulty because that's the fastest. And since it's New Game Plus and it's like this for pretty much any Resident Evil category, you just run it on the fastest difficulty. So, yep, all we do. Once we get to the character selection screen and I hit Jill, that's when time will start. And we did have a bid war for the outfit. And I think it was the RE5 BSAA outfit that won. So thank you so much for that. Now, funny enough, since I'm using a auto splitter, I don't have to go through here to select it, but I'm gonna show you guys here anyways because it's a very beautiful outfit. All right, so time will start in 3, 2, 1, and go. Do it. Let's do it. Whew. All right, so like I said, we're doing it on New Game Plus. So, but everything else, the whole run is basically the same. We're just going through the game with the infinite rocket launcher.
We get to make things go boom, essentially.
Right. And one of the first things you may notice is that we're skipping the door load animations, which is really great because you get to go super fast. And I think without doors, it's, what, like 20 minutes? Adds 20 minutes?
Yeah. It's quite a lengthy amount of time how much the door loading can add, so taking away the door loading definitely takes a good amount off. Also, another thing we have here is the stair skating. We have a little, kind of like a mod in a way, if you want to think of it that way, where it essentially allows you to push up and you just automatically glide across the stairs, which is pretty great.
Yeah, it's really a neat mechanic that's actually been around forever. So with your controller, you what is it? You're using the D-pad. You're running with like on PlayStation, it's like what, square to run, and then you're pressing up. But as you're going up the stairs, you have to like consistently mash on that run button and basically like vibrating your hand. And button mashing is that's a thing in a lot of speedruns, right? But this it's done so much in this one, and it takes
especially
a toll
with Doorskip.
Yes, especially with Doorskip because you're going right through those doors. If you're running it on vanilla or console, at least you have some time to rest your wrists, right, your hands and wrists. But on Doorskip, you're just going. So I'm very thankful they have this mod because hand health is really important. Longevity of the speed run's really important. So
And as you can tell, there is a lot of stair skating, especially this staircase right here. It's the longest one where you have to hold down, like, spam the button. So, for obvious reasons. it's a great little thing to have when you're doing these runs. At least when you have Doorskip on.
Right.
So, yeah.
And how it works, is that we basically remapped the run button to the right analog stick. So when I'm pressing up on the D-pad, all I have to do is just rotate that right analog stick. You just kind of twirl it in a circle as fast as possible, but at least it's a little bit... That's way more comfy than spamming.
Oh, yeah.
Like spamming a button, you know?
That is for sure.
Yeah.
There.
So, if no one knows the story of Resident Evil, it's pretty great. So this is like, this is the game that started it all, with zombies in a mansion and things like that. And I guess a quick rundown is that, you're here, you play as either Chris or Jill. You're here to rescue your friends who, they were MIA essentially for quite a while. So Jill, Chris, and their team dropped by. Their helicopter ended up having, some issues, and then they crashed. Was it the helicopter had issues, or did they just land in the forest themselves?
I think they went in there, and then things started getting crazy, and then Brad left.
Yeah. Oh, so it was the Bravo team. I think it was their helicopter that had issues, and then Alpha team here went to go rescue them, and
that's how it was. Yeah.
And then they get out of the helicopter and they get attacked by zombie dogs. And then our good friend Brad, our helicopter pilot, just got up and left.
Good buddy Brad just up and leaves. Bye, Brad.
Thanks, Brad. Yeah, so we come across a few of our friends here. We come across a couple of our friends here in the mansion, but, those are kind of out of the way. If we were running New Game or any category like that, you would have to go over to Forrest. He's unfortunately a guy who passed away here, and we'd get his grenade launcher. But this is New Game Plus. We get a rocket launcher already.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Especially with this dog here. So you have to, unfortunately, end a dog here. It's a demon dog, don't worry. It's happy in better places now. Anyways, we need the collar, so that makes that a lot easier on New Game Plus, specifically because you just have to launch the grenade and you're done.
I don't think I hit that guy.
I don't think
I did not. Oh my god.
Yeah,
and he's sleeping too, so that kind of sucks. I hate
so
that.
zombies in this game have different interactions and different timing of the interactions. So if they don't try to lunge at you right away, that means they're sleeping. So when they sleep, it's very hard to tell when they're gonna grab.
Yeah.
So specifically when you see that, it's like the worst possible scenario, because then they're most likely gonna grab you unless you can get out of it really quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny we call them sleepers when they're clearly awake, but we just call it that because they're just not moving. Like, a lot of the times they'll just lunge a little bit later, or like that guy, he just wasn't lunging at all, and especially sometimes you can kind of maneuver them in a way to where you can just go around them, but you saw that was like a tiny little hallway, so that was not nice.
Yep. Yeah, the sleeper zombies can definitely eat a good chunk of time. And just be quite a nuisance, especially since there's no checkpoint system in this game. It's all just by manual saves. So if you die in this game, if you die in the run's basically done. So you gotta be very, very careful on some zombies, especially if they're sleeping.
Yeah. Thankfully here on very easy mode, on New Game Plus, I didn't even pick up the dagger. Man, I should have done that. Here on the very easy difficulty, Jill can actually take a few more bites. She could probably take like 3, I think, either 2 or 3 before she drops down to yellow caution. On normal, like when you run any of the other categories, when you run just any %, best ending, etc., you have to run on normal. I run both of those categories, but man, you take 1 hit, Jill's already like, she's she basically goes down 1 health state per bite, so you got to be really careful.
Yeah, the usual just New Game, not New Game Plus, or game for running, anyways. Yeah, it's definitely a lot more relaxing, to say the least, because on the New Game speedrun, you do play on normal, so yeah, you take a lot more damage, and it's a lot more scary. especially in the late game. All right.
Oh, goodness, I was like, the menuing, anytime I run New Game Plus, my menuing is so potato because, okay, that guy's in a good spot, that's good. My menuing is so potato because that, usually right there you put away your handgun, you put away the handgun, the sword key, and the knife. And, shoot, wait, actually, well, I feel like there's something else. Either way, my menuing's just always messed up when I run this category because I always try to put away that rocket launcher first and it's silly. Menuing's always important in Resident Evil games, though, I'll tell you that.
It happens. Yeah, the inventory in this game, it actually feels pretty nice. It is very limited, obviously, but with Jill, thankfully we have the 2 extra slots for our inventory, so you don't have to worry as much.
If you run as Chris, he only has 6 slots, despite you visibly seeing he has a lot of pockets on his vest and pants, but he can only-
has more pockets than Jill!
Yeah, but he can only carry 6 items, so thanks Chris.
Yeah, Chris just doesn't, he's just not as strong, I guess.
He's built diff.
Exactly.
Alrighty, so, while you're here throughout the mansion, because we will come back a second time, we're essentially just going through and solving a few different puzzles. Well, we had to go get some serum for our friend Richard. If you don't, he will die. If you take too long, if you don't give him anything at all, he'll die. And then we have these death masks that- oh god, hang on. Okay. Alright, he was not lunging for a bit, that sucked. But yeah, we're essentially just solving a few puzzles before heading out. Now, this room's really scary.
Yeah, so Mara's gonna be entering here. There's gonna be a zombie inside, so she has to bait the zombie the first time, and then hopefully bait him the second time, which often does not occur. It's very, very rough.
Yeah, you can if he behaves, but oh my god, I got 2 bites on the back. Usually if you get bit on the back like that, that's like the worst type of bite you can get. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up an herb though, because I'm pretty sure I'm definitely in yellow card. What? I'm still on fine. Well, that's actually surprising. You guys can tell how I'm so used to running on some of those different difficulties here on those other categories.
Yeah.
Because, like, I definitely would have been in, like, ward caution or danger by getting bit on the back 2 times, but we have some good luck here, I suppose.
At least. And again, thankfully the back bites and all the bites in general are just not doing as much damage as it could.
Mm-hmm.
So you really can get away with like an extra bite here and there.
This guy is a pain to dodge because, like, the further away a zombie is, like, my depth perception personally gets kind of messed up. Because it's just kind of hard to tell, like, how close or far away you are, thanks to our amazing fixed camera angles here. But that's the charm of these older games, right?
Mm-hmm. Time for some moonlight. Oh.
Boom.
Oh. That was beautiful!
Yay!
Encore! Encore!
Good job, Jill. Yeah, normally during that part, it's actually one of the nicer parts of this game. So, you know, you had to find some musical notes to solve this puzzle, and you get to hear Jill play a little part of Moonlight Sonata. When you run as Chris can't read sheet music, so the cutscene there is him playing the piano very poorly.
He tries his best.
And then Rebecca comes in to be like, oh, you know, like, oh, I can help or something. And then she starts to play it. And, you know, she doesn't. It's the same thing. She doesn't play it as well. And then Chris was like, oh my god, what was that? And we're like, come on, dude. Oh, Chris.
Oh, Christopher.
Oh, stop. I didn't need to do that. Now, you may notice here, the text is scrolling really fast. We run this game, you can just change the display language. We run it on simple Chinese. Like, this is the, you know, US Steam version of this game, but you can change the text. So we run it on simple Chinese because that is the fastest scrolling one. If you leave it on English, the text scrolls very, very slow. Like, it's a pain. But that's pretty common in a lot of these speed games. You'll see people having like Japanese text and stuff because it's less characters, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and the speed that it goes by is very, very quick.
Right. Oh no, it's the danger noodle.
No!
Not the danger noodle.
Thankfully, the Danger Doodle on this version is a lot more tame than the original Yawn. Yawn in this room for the original.
Oh, sorry. So usually she goes around that pillar, and she's fine. But if she doesn't, she can kind of cut through and bite you. But I think on this difficulty, she just kind of chills a little bit. But on any other difficulty, if she goes through that pillar like that, she will bite you. Ugh. Anyways,
Yeah.
OG version. Apparently, Yawn's not that great, right, Kat?
No! There is a very specific line you have to take within the room for the original. And if you were to get snagged on a corner, you're getting bite. You're getting the bite, and then you lose 2 minutes.
What's interesting, because I played it a little bit when the PS Classic came out, and I watch y'all speedrun it and stuff too. Like, there's boxes and stuff around it. Like, it's a very small space where you can maneuver in that attic, whereas in this version, it's like so much more open. So I can only imagine in the original version has its
Yeah, you had some tighter corners to take in the original. It was not great because you had to go shimmy your way into this little nook, and then once you got the item you needed, you have to get out of the nook and go around yelling. Oh god.
Well, it's really interesting watching the OG speedruns compared to this one. You know, because like, of course, it's it's the first one. It's gonna have its quirks, and it was the first one, so it's not gonna be as polished and stuff. But it is definitely like one of the hardest runs out there. Like, I don't personally run it, but when I watched Kat run it and some of our other friends, you can't even tell if you're about to die because they don't hold their stomach or anything like that. There are fewer zombies and stuff in there, but yeah, like Kat said, a lot of these rooms and hallways are just so much tighter, and yeah, it's gnarly.
It can get pretty bad.
Alrighty, so we did collect all of our masks here. We are in this scary kind of what would you call it? I wouldn't say tomb, would you?
Something like that.
I feel like there's definitely a word for this, but I can't think of it.
Mausoleum?
Mausoleum of sorts. Yeah, maybe it's a mausoleum. As you see, something very creepy is about to happen here. But we're gonna go ahead and keep sticking these masks in here because why not?
Nothing ominous about a coffin about to fall down.
Oh my god! So some of these interactions are very picky. You have to be standing in a very specific spot to put these things in. So cool. Oh, that bodes well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
We're fine.
But thankfully, we have our trusty dusty rocket launcher.
That is true. Normally with Jill, you would be using her grenade launcher, and he dies in 3 to 4 flame rounds. But we have our trusty rocket launcher. And funny enough, when I've been practicing this week, I've been missing. I will miss one shot. I don't mean to. It's just any type of these like projectile weapons, like I don't know.
It's hard to tell where it's going to land sometimes. You're like, I hope if I aim it this way, it will land on the exact thing I need it to land on.
Exactly, and then when you run like when you run like any percent and things like that, those grenades will like arc a little bit, so you have to be a little closer than you think you need to, and Oh, is he sleeping too? That's great, sir. See?
Sleepers.
I think the zombies know that we're doing an event because they're like, let's try to make this as fun for you as possible.
Yeah, pretty much. Just a quick side note, we had some donations come in.
Yes. Let's hear them.
We had... Now, mind you, if I missed anybody from before, I apologize. This is just from what I've seen during this run. But $200 from Scorched Panda. Thank you very, very much, Scorched. That is fantastic and wonderful and beautiful. And that's bringing up... we have some more donations, but that's brought us over to $700, which is fantastic.
Whoa.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
We also have a $20 donation from Silver, saying best of luck.
Yo! Thanks, Silver.
And we also have a $25 donation from Shadow Insignis.
Yay, Shadow!
Whether it's Malone in the Park, or the Ham Bistro Protocol, or the Great Cause... wait. and the great cause we're supporting here. You can never go wrong with Mar and cat runs. Shout out to Mar for choosing Jill over Crispy Breadfield for this run.
Oh, we love our Crispy Breadfield, but Jill's our homeboy. She's my favorite. But thank you, everyone, for the donations, all going towards RIP Medical Debt. Really great cause, helping out medical debt for the oh my god, I'm sometimes I don't know.
You can do it. I believe in you. You got this.
Disproportionate communities. There we go.
There you go.
Tongue twisters. I feel dyslexic sometimes, but no. Thank you so much, everyone. This is gonna help out so much, and thank you, friends. And what you all didn't see, me with those roosters, and those who watch me or run this game will probably have laughed at that, but those like spinning roosters spin at different speeds, and I messed up each one like twice. So I'm sure you all got a good laugh out of that, like me missing that puzzle. Like if I was like doing an actual speedrun attempt, I would have reset after messing up the second rooster, because I'm just like, nope. You'd lose so much time from having to go back in there. But it's okay. This is a chill time. Oh no, what happened? I wasn't looking. What happened?
Nothing.
Did I die?
Oh no, you just took a nap. It's okay.
Okay.
You were tired. I'm also tired. This is me afterwards.
Well, hopefully you wake up from a comfy bed at least, and not have this creepy woman walking towards you.
You know, I think I really like the floor.
Okay, we'll stay on the floor, I suppose.
Okay.
Or we can just do that and get on out of here.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, that works too. We could go to a bed now, I suppose.
Sweet. I think there's some back in the mansion. Or actually, I think in this house that we're about to go to. But yeah, so that was Lisa. That was Miss Lisa Trevor. She's been kind of living here for like the past, well, this happened in 1998, so 1970, so like 30 plus years or so. She's basically like a living experiment. Umbrella experimented a lot on her, and she's the only one left of her family alive, and she's not very happy, which I don't blame her. So yeah, but not just that, she cannot die. You try to shoot her with ammo and even the rocket launcher and stuff here, she will not die. So basically when you see her like that, you just gotta juke her and say bye.
Yeah, poor Lisa Trevor. She is a very, very, very sad story within the game. But yeah, she can be a little bit of a nuisance for a run, but for the most part, as long as you take a specific line around her, she's pretty easy to dodge. But later on, she can be a little frustrating, at least on new game.
Yeah. She, as you see, she kind of walks a little slow. But the only thing that's you know, scary about her, those shackles that she has on her hands, like both of her hands are shackled with like this giant big rectangle of iron, right? So she can like swing her arms at you, and at least on like other difficulties, shoot that totally knocks you down an entire health state. Sometimes two. I remember being on like yellow caution before, and then I'm like in danger because you can hear it when she hits you. It's like a big whack. But
yeah, it's a thump.
Yeah,
you hear it.
She can either like do like a swipe from below, or she'll do like a windmill, like do like a tornado type, you know, spin around type thing.
Spinny
Yeah.
spin.
All the spins.
Yeah. All right, time for the greenhouse.
Yeah, we're over here to this other house. This is basically where, so the employees of Umbrella, the scientists, this is kind of where they resided. Now the spiders reside here. Oh, no.
I love them. They're so cute.
They are. You know, it's funny you say that. I think they're terrifying. Like, spiders IRL are terrifying, but the ones here, maybe it's just because they're so big and fuzzy. I don't know. And also, they make me laugh because sometimes when you see them, they're just like holding their two hands up at you.
Yeah. They're not. Like, what's going on?
They don't attack. I mean, they have a variety of different attacks, right? But when they just sit there and hold their hands up at you, I think that's the funniest and cutest thing.
Yeah. That and Black Tiger later.
I don't like her.
Oh, come on. She's a great lady.
We don't like Betty. I mean, if she was just kind of standing there chilling, sure, but you'll see later.
Yeah, there's another spider. She's the queen. However, we do not appreciate her during speedruns because she's a little, she's got some sass.
Yeah, she's a sassy
queen.
Queen.
Sassy queen, yeah.
Alright, so, what's really silly, especially in these early games, because this was in the OG, at least OG1, They hid keys and stuff in bathtubs. I don't know why. This is like the 3rd bathtub you can drain.
You don't keep your keys in your bathtub?
I do not, no.
Oh, just me?
I feel like they would rust in there, wouldn't they? Unless you just like drop it in there like for that day. I don't know.
You just leave it in the bathtub.
Cool. I'll do that next
You
time.
just take a bath or whatever, and then you just go get the keys when you need them.
All right. I'll try that next time. Thanks for the tip.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so surprising, there's this hidden ladder down here and a big secret area.
Secret laboratory.
Not exactly a lab. There is some kind of sciencey things down here. This is the aqua ring. Interesting enough, yeah. Why do they have one of those here? Umbrella was experimenting on more things, and you'll see that here in a second too. But silly enough, this part here is really chill. You're just pushing because there's some water here. I guess you can't swim across it or anything like that. So there's these big, giant, convenient crates here to push. So this is actually the one part in this run. We're like 20 minutes in where you can actually relax and chill, talk to your chat, drink some water. It's chill.
Yeah, this all I can think about when we're down here is
yeah, I think
the constant bass of the underground theme.
Yeah, I think this theme and the save room theme are definitely like the 2 best ones, but you know, they're not scary sounding, so that's probably why.
It's a very relaxing section. At least on the original, this part's even longer than this because you have to push a box like 50 million times.
Right at the beginning, right?
Yeah, you have to push it 23 times before you can push the other ones. So it's just like you gotta count 1, 2, 3, or 21, 22, 23. Okay, we stop now.
Well, there's some water here. That doesn't bode well. Oh, it's flooded here. That also doesn't bode well. All right, there's some sharks. Awesome.
It's fine. They won't bite, right? They're like
no, they shouldn't. All right. Okay, they did.
Okay, they're very aggressive pets. They're not very pleased that we're stepping in on their dojo.
Nah, and they will bite you. Just depends on what bite they do. And also, very, very important, chat. Give us a number 1, 2, or 3. No higher, no less, please,
2.
and thank you. You said 2? Do you blessed me with the worst RNG, my lady.
What do we think in chat? 1, 2, or 3?
At 3. I'm picking 3.
Okay.
I'm not gonna pick 3. I'm saying I hope it's 3. I hope it's 3.
If it's not 3, it'll be kind of funny.
All right. If I hear that you all say like 2.3, 1.7, come on. All right. And the number is 1. Okay. It wasn't either one of us, Kat.
Neither of us got it. Well, good job to the 2 people in the chat that got the 1.
Okay. Good job, chat.
Congrats.
Now, so the reason, you know, we kind of playfully always ask that, you know, in our chats or in events and stuff like that, because that number is RNG. It's either valve handle 1, 2, or 3 when you're doing this puzzle. And yeah, 1 or 3 are the best ones because you only have to do like 2 inputs, but then if it's 2, then you have to do an additional input, so that's bad RNG. Yeah, however, nah, all's good. Excuse me, Jill.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Some people, though, will just, like, put in, they'll just not even read that little marker board there and just do it, which is pretty impressive, in my opinion, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, no, the sharkies!
Not the
babies!
Sharks! And Mama Neptune.
Oh, no. Neptune! So Neptune here is usually just sitting here until you move any sort of item on this platform. As soon as you do that, the shark will start to freak out, but Mar's going to take a little bit of a line here to pass Neptune so she doesn't bite. Because there is a chance that Neptune can grab you here and eat you up.
And you will absolutely get eaten if you don't take that line that I took. If you don't take that line, she will eat you.
Guaranteed, like 100% of the time, she will eat you if you don't take that.
Yeah, like as soon as that camera angle changes, I know it looks scary, but so the camera angle starts with you at the top, right? Kind of like looking down. So as soon as you hit X, and then you can kind of see it there in that camera angle. As long as you hit up left on the D-pad and just run straight, you'll dodge it every time. Like the first time I was learning that, I was pretty scared because I'm like, oh my god, like, this is scary. She can eat me. But no, as soon as you get in the water and you're holding up left on the D-pad and running, you're A-okay. Oh god, he's gonna bite me. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. So, dodging that zombie is usually okay. Sometimes he cooperates, but I was able to get his dodge, but I was a little bit too far away from him, and you can only push into them for so long before they try to attack you again, so I was like, oh no, he's gonna bite me. Alright, man, there's so many crazy infected monsters here. Now we have bees!
Not the bees!
Not the bees!
Ah!
They will
we're
unfortunately... Yeah, they will unfortunately poison you, or there's a chance of them poisoning you if you stick around there. And apparently, I didn't learn this until recently. The death animation of these bees can either be really quick or really slow. And if they're slow, you'll lose like 8 seconds. So I can't tell. Well, I'm sure if anyone here runs this game or any of my friends are in here, they could tell. But yeah, if it's really slow sometimes, just know it's not you. It's literally just the game being like, we're gonna do this right now.
That sounds about right. The bees, though, however, they're pretty avoidable for the most part. At least in the original, you actually didn't need to use the gas here. You didn't need to use any of that. You just grab the key and walk away.
Yeah, I really don't remember too much of this part in the original. I remember Plant 42, of course, but
yeah, so essentially you just grab the red book and then you come to this room and then put the book on the shelf and then that's it. They did add a lot more depth to this part of the game in general, where there's a little bit more of a puzzle to it. There's a little bit more extra stuff that you can do and just, yeah, it's nice. But Plant 42.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do something that I kind of learned recently. Okay.
Ooh, we're trying some new stuff.
There we go.
Ooh, there you go. I didn't know you could get them from there.
I didn't know that either until I was watching a new game run. I was watching an any% run from, I think it was, wrong way. I think it was from Cruiseman. Because like I said earlier, when you run any% or best ending, any of those, Jill's normal, her normal weapon is the grenade launcher. And normally you have to go to the top of that balcony and just aim from there. But yeah, when I saw him like shoot from the stairs and then, you know, I've watched Pessy's run, he's done the same. I'm like, oh my god, I didn't know there was like a little spot you can do that. So that's pretty convenient.
You're telling me I can save time? Sign me up.
I didn't know that. We could save all the time. Yes, let's do it. Sign us all up.
Exactly.
Alrighty, so surprisingly enough, we collected a key. That's actually a key to the mansion. Oh, and yeah, you can skip all the cutscenes in here, but we saw Wesker, who is the captain of Alpha Team here. Totally not a suspicious guy with him wearing his sunglasses inside. Totally not suspicious. Not suspicious.
Where on earth have you been?
Have you been? That's like one of the best moments. Besides the Jill sandwich moment, that's a good one.
There's a lot of classics. Oh no, not the poison!
Yeah, I got poisoned. I got poisoned. That was 100% my bad. Sometimes I'm just yeah.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine.
No, you can take a very specific line there to avoid that, and I think I was just a little bit too far down. But it's okay. There's a blue herb up here.
Yeah, there's a specific line. If you don't take it, then yeah, it's kind of easy for one snake to bite you, and then if one snake bites you, then the rest kind of just follow suit. Which isn't the end of the world, but it definitely is an annoyance.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're good now. Cool. All right, back to the mansion.
Well, if we have some time for donation,
we absolutely do.
Alrighty, we have a $10 donation from Black Wolf MJ with no comment. Thank you very much, Black Wolf.
Thank you.
And we got another donation from Kel Loves Orange. Sorry, the name is a little cut off. Orange soda. There we go.
Kel loves orange soda. That's it. Yeah.
Thank you, Kel. With $20, saying Catphoria and Jill Valentine forever.
Aw.
Thank you, Kel. Sorry for butchering your name. You're wonderful, though. Thank you very much for the $20 donation.
He sure is. Thank you, Kel. Thank you, everyone, for donating.
Thank you very much.
All right. I don't think
like
this puzzle.
Things?
No, I don't. But it's another moment you can chill. I don't think this puzzle was in the original, because, like, when you come back to the mansion a second time, it's crazy. There's a few different rooms that have changed between the remake and the original. I know there's, like, when you fight Danger Noodle, when you actually have to fight Danger Noodle, Yawn again, you're, like, in a giant library in this game, but in the first game, you're, like, it's like a little room with a piano and stuff in there.
Oh, yeah,
it's
that
weird.
room. Yeah, you just shoot Yawn 4 times with some acid rounds. And then after that, Yawn's done. You go through a hole. Barry Butterfingers Burton drops the rope, and then you were like, oh, what the heck, dude?
Yeah.
So you could either wait for 100% or you could continue on with the rest of the run.
Yeah, when you said dropping down a hole, and then, like, you know, when I watched my brother first play this game, I thought that's what this was, but yeah, it's different. Okay, so Spider Friend may be nice or mean. Oh, okay. Cool.
Yay!
He's nice.
Nice.
Apparently on New Game Plus, or on the very easy difficulty, one of those, he can be very aggressive. Like, I've gone around that corner before, and he's just, like, charged me, and I'm like, excuse me, sir. That was not very nice. All right, how about you? Thank you.
Yeah, this room is probably one of my least favorite rooms.
Yeah,
especially on normal difficulty, because they love to sleep in this area.
I don't like this guy. We've nicknamed him Gordon Ramsay. Oh, he actually lunged. No, just kidding. I lied.
Ramsay, no!
Of course, he's called Gordon Ramsay because we're here in the kitchen. Making Jill sandwiches. Not idiot sandwiches, Jill sandwiches.
Definitely idiot sandwiches.
For the zombies, sure.
Exactly.
All right, how's
they're
this
all
guy?
sleeping.
But that guy.
What? Nice touch.
He's not very nice either. All right.
None of them were nice.
No. Alrighty. So we actually didn't. I mentioned this at the beginning. So this place right here is nicknamed Murder Hall, for a good reason, because it's a very scary, very difficult section with these zombies. Oh god, Crimson Head, excuse me. But yeah, on this difficulty, it's not as bad because there's one less zombie. And I've noticed, and I hope it's not RNG, but the past few times I've ran this game, I mean, it might be RNG, I don't know, or I've just had good luck. When I've gotten through that pass, that bald zombie seems to always be in that spot, and then the Crimson guy will slash him, so that's pretty cool. Oh, Danger Noodle's back.
Uh-oh. How did he get out of here? So, Yawn here is going to drop down, and Mar's going to be using the rocket launcher to take him down very quickly here. Thankfully, it doesn't take very much.
I'm shooting it out,
although hitting him would help. There we go. And that's Yawn. Very, very quick, very, very easy. No problem whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Wowie. That was great. No, that was funny.
Shows off a good example of how much the projectiles can really just be a hit or miss.
Yeah, it could be very silly. So that one right there was my bad, but it's okay.
You did great though.
It's a one and done fight, pretty painless. I might have to use my first aid here. I picked up the first aid just in case, because just in case I got swiped by a hunter or like one of these zombies and stuff like that, and just because I was getting a few back bites, I was like, oh, I'll take this just in case. But I will start running out of inventory space here shortly, so I'll probably have to use that here beforehand.
Always good to have a backup save with this game, because you never know what could happen.
Exactly. Thankfully, this pass through Murder Hall is very painless, even though it looked scary, because you just have to go through this door here.
Yeah, now we're going to be going and checking out some statues, but first we got to turn the lights off and push a little shelf here.
Mm-hmm.
So how this room works is essentially you see that eagle up on the top right. That eagle will basically turn left to right on whichever way you are standing. So we try to trick the eagle by going one side and then going under it so it doesn't see us, and to be able to grab the gem there.
Yep.
It's really not that complicated, but yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say there's actually 2 gems in that room. We grabbed the red one. You'll always need that. But there's also a yellow gem in there because there's a tiger statue downstairs that you can put gems in. And for the yellow gem there, it'll give you an ammo disc. There's a blue gem that's actually in the dining room. That'll give you shotgun shells, I believe. Red gem, if you try to put the red gem in there, nothing will happen. But you don't need to get that yellow gem unless you're running best ending.
Yeah. So we only prioritize the one gem, and that's about it. It's pretty simple. You don't really need. That's the one nice thing about these games is that you don't need everything that you get in the game. You can. You only need like very few set items to be able to proceed to the end, obviously. And that's what makes probably this game one of my most favorite randomized games.
Oh
to date.
yeah. Oh
Just
man.
because you don't need you just need 2 specific items or 3 specific items just to get to the end of the game. So randomizer with this game is just absolutely beautiful and worth checking out if you haven't done so. But
yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god, Ben Powell. He was the super talented guy who came up with them. You know, he's the one who programmed them all. It started off, I want to say 2018 with just the item randomizer. So any item you'd go to pick up wasn't really that item, right?
Yep.
And then it's evolved into so many different things. So you have item randomizer, door randomizer, enemy randomizer. So you can change the enemies here. You know, you can have sharks instead of dogs.
Or you could do you could have tyrants show up randomly instead of those snakes.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. It's if you haven't checked out a randomizer run, you totally should. It's pretty great.
Yeah. Very very cool. But watch it after this one.
Yeah. After this one.
after this one, it's fine. But yeah, randomizers are super cool. It's probably one of my favorites. Yeah. Very very fun.
Yeah, I need to go back to that because when I first played it, it like just came out and you could only play as Chris. And and you know, I've watched other people play it, but the one with like the door randomizer, that one would make my brain spin. I'm very amazed with when folks can do that.
Oh yeah, I love turning on all the settings. I was like, give me random enemies, give me random rooms, give me random items, and sometimes it would either soft lock or
oh no.
or I would make it out. It was a 50-50.
You are hardcore, and that's why I love you. Alrighty.
Now that we've gotten rid of the water, we re-added the water there to get rid of the water for a waterfall.
Oops, wrong way.
We're gonna now be entering the cave.
Oh my goodness, these dogs have been very mean today. These doggos. Sit, stay.
Good day.
No TREATs for you.
Bad doggos.
I'm saying that because my dog is in this room right now. If he hears me say the word, then I guess I'll have to pause the run and give him some pats.
I know that feeling.
Oh, he heard me talking about him. Oh, Mr.
Brody.
He's snorting at me right now.
Brody is always listening indeed. Brody is an attentive listener that's just always concerned.
Oh my god. Oh, speaking of that, so you know, the game, the Callisto Protocol just came out. Cat just finished that game, and I started it yesterday. Very spooky game. You know, any game set in space is always spooky to me. And I got well, interesting enough, it hasn't scared me as much as I thought it would. Like there were some jump scare moments, but any new horror game will, you know, make me jump. And Brody always gets so concerned. Yeah. He gets you saw first. Yeah.
You jump even like 2 centimeters, Brody's just like, huh? You okay?
Yeah, no, even before I get jump scared, like I think he can sense my anxiety and he just like comes over. But yeah, when I would get jump scared, he's just like here trying to get under my desk, etc. And now I'm gonna stay quiet because this puzzle, I can't talk and do this puzzle at the same time.
Alright, so this puzzle is basically take the items and place them into the hexagon or whatever, I don't know, pentagon, whatever, I don't know, whatever, umbrella shaped thing. Anyways, you put the things into the things and then you create a complete puzzle, but it is a little finicky because you have to kind of maneuver it enough so you can make sure everything fits within the things.
Oh my god, and sometimes you select the wrong one. I'm so bad at doing this fast. I need to make a save just to do this puzzle like as fast as possible because it gets me every time.
To be fair, this puzzle is a pain because you have to make sure everything is kind of like separated enough so you could fit it in properly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that it's not the hardest puzzle in the world, but it is a very finicky one.
Yeah, that's really it. It's just really picky on where those places could be. And what's interesting is like when you place those pieces down, you can like push it past the edge a little bit more. It's you wouldn't think you could do that when if you were to solve something like that IRL, right? But yeah, not just that. So the pieces aren't RNG, but the like which way they're rotated is RNG. So yeah, just me getting used to that. I just need to make a save for that. Also, here's Betty. Say hi to Betty, everyone.
Betty, baby girl. Hi, queen. How are you?
Will she charge? Will she sit there?
Fabulous today.
She's gonna charge. All right,
oh,
ma'am.
She's doing a charge. So she can do a few different things here, but that's okay. We're just gonna keep her right there. She's done. We're gonna keep the rest onto the door to get rid of the web, and we're out.
Yeah. So another thing with this is that the animation you have to do animation cancels with any projectile weapon, and animation cancels with the rocket launcher are a little bit more like, usually when you do an animation cancel with the grenade launcher, you just have to, you know, press up on the D-pad once, because that makes Jill step forward a little bit. But with the rocket launcher, when she fires it, she goes so far back, right? And then I have to like tap on the D-pad twice, or maybe even 3 times. So animation canceling on that rocket launcher can be, it could be an adventure.
Not again with the Indiana Jones.
It's Capcom's just preparing us for RE5, you know?
Oh yeah, true. Sorry, my bad. Oh,
Yeah.
they're preparing us for RE4.
Oh, that's right. That too.
I was like, wait a second. I don't remember boulder rolling in RE5. On RE4, however.
No, they definitely have boulder rolling in RE4. Just, you know, the whole punching. Every time I think of boulders, I just think of boulder punching, and I totally forgot. Yeah.
You know what? That is totally fair. I forgot that he punches boulders every so often. It's one of those things that just leaves my memory and then comes back every time.
Right. Now, funny enough, since we're mentioning RE5, so Jill's costume here is from RE5 because after the events of this game, and I actually think it was like in 2003 or something like that, because this game takes place in 1998. Jill and Chris start up this organization called the BSAA, basically to fight bioterrorism, because, you know, Umbrella's big mean baddie, which they absolutely are. But so this is her outfit in RE5, her BSAA outfit, and of course Chris gets his BSAA outfit too if you unlock that one. But the silliest thing to me is it's like his whole RE5 model, like with the big muscles and the beard and the big face and everything like that. It's just so jarring.
Young, well, because Chris is also like, he's fairly young in this. Like, even though like his original model is like, it's blocky. he's a thick boy on the original.
Yeah.
But in the remake here, he kind of has like a little bit of like a more amateur, younger look.
Yeah, he looks, he looks a little softer, thinner, that sort of thing. I think, well, because like Jill, I think is like 23 in this game, and Chris is probably like the same age, or like 24 or something like that. They're definitely in their mid-20s. But yeah, you could clearly see like when you use the RE5 outfit, because for this one, you know, it looks like regular young Jill, but no, you use Chris's RE5 outfit with that RE5 model. It looks like, you know, it looks much older.
Wow, Chris, you sure aged very quickly.
Yeah, because what's great... Actually, hang on a second.
No worries.
Okay. So, interesting enough, with the simple Chinese text, even with numbers, if you spam X too much, sometimes you'll get an input that you don't want. It's like you press a number you didn't want, or like with me with the roosters earlier, I was pressing what I didn't want, so yeah. Alrighty. So, we mentioned Lisa earlier. Remember Lisa?
Lisa!
What's up, Lisa? How you doing, girl?
Lisa, baby girl, don't be swinging like that. We could talk it out.
Yeah. No, don't throw fists. I'm just here to chill. Let's go get some sushi sometime.
Yeah. It looks like we have a donation.
Mm-hmm.
We want to do that very quickly.
Go ahead.
We have a $5 donation from an Ocean Pearl saying,
Yay.
"You're doing a fine job."
Thank you, Ocean.
Very much, Ocean. You're also doing a fine job by donating and helping towards the wonderful charity we are supporting today, which is RIPDebt.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so puzzle. Oh, actually, hang on. Hello, Lisa again. How's it going, girl? Goodbye. Sorry, sorry we couldn't work it out. Yeah, so basically that's just a small little puzzle. We transported the crate all the way to this side. Barry! Wait, no, Barry! Why'd you do that?
Hey, why?
Oh, well, thanks. Anyways, I guess I won't tell you what I found, Barry. Wow. But we transported this box all the way to this side. Of course, more box pushing. I think this is... I don't think we have to push anything else after this. I never realized how much pushing is in this game. But yeah, we go ahead, push it into this, like, garbage compactor of some sort.
We gotta squish the box.
And it'll give us a nice prize, like from cereal box.
What do we get?
I don't know. I hope it's some candy. I hope it's one of those, remember in cereal boxes you get, like, the little plastic spoons that light up? Oh, it's a gun. Alright.
See, my cereal boxes had video games in them. I don't know what...
Like CDs.
Yeah, we had the CDs, the old, Puff Puff, or what, I don't know, the freaking Putt-Putt car games,
I
or
love
Monopoly,
Putt-Putt.
or...
I love Putt-Putt.
Yeah, there were some classics in the cereal boxes. They should bring them back. I miss it.
Right, man. Oh, Putt-Putt's so great. I have so many great childhood memories of Putt-Putt and Freddy Fish. You could get them on Steam if you want, folks.
Oh, yeah, Freddy Fish. Freddy Fish is also great.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're going off the topic here a little bit, but we all have our little nostalgia moments where we remember some classic moments from our childhood, which for me was definitely the games in the cereal boxes.
Wrong thing, Mar. Stop. Alright. Alrighty. So, if y'all were wondering, why did you just put that gun there? So a lot of the doors underground there are, I guess, locked or unlocked by a flamethrower. But that flamethrower that we found was broken, so we don't need it. So all's good. Now here's Lisa's little, you know, this is her little room. She's got pictures. She's got her slippers. One and done. Sorry, they're gone. No. She's got
a little cozy little nook there. It's kind of cute, actually.
She, you know, she has like a little room, has like a mirror and pictures and a comfy bed. So it's actually very impressive that, you know, even with those shackles, she can, you know, get up and around there, even light candles and all that sort of stuff, you know.
There's a lot of freaking candles.
We're
But I mean, she doesn't have much else she can do around there, so candles is probably her hobby.
There you go. She probably makes candles and we just don't see it, you know?
Oh, maybe. Maybe they gave her a candle making kit.
There you go. She was, folks, she could have had her own Etsy store. I would have supported that.
Lisa's candles?
Something like that. She can make soap and candles. Things like that.
Perfect.
Alrighty, so heading back into the mansion one last time. Surprising.
Another time, but this time is gonna be dangerous.
Yeah, so that stone and metal object that we got earlier, we're taking that back because yeah, you can pick it up and put it down each time, etc.
But we won't be returning to that other area anymore. So picking that up on the way out because we're gonna need that for getting to late game. So yeah, you'll make sure to pick these up.
As you see there, one of the things I picked up there looked very similar to what I just picked up, but it's not a total complete medallion just yet. But we do have the item to complete that. It's just in that little box that we picked up in Lisa's room. Alrighty, cool. Man, I remember watching my brother first play this game, and like, because this area wasn't here. Like that door there at the stairs, that wasn't here in OG RE1. This little area here with these doors, that wasn't here. I just remember little 12-year-old Mar, like, I was just, my mind was so blown that this could be imagined, right?
Yeah, the additions that they added to this game are quite quite wild. They added a lot of stuff. You don't really think about it, but like when you after playing like the original for so long and then going into the remake, it's just like it's like night and day. But they like all the changes that they made are excellent choices, and it really brings a lot more life to the game.
So I don't typically do this, but you know, I gave myself a pretty hefty estimate. So I'm just gonna do this just in case, because my recent playthroughs, my recent runs, Lisa's been not doing. She's haven't been manipulating her as much as I wanted to for this fight, and she can accidentally knock us down and kill us, like. You know, so I'm just making a safety save, just to be safe.
Fine. Safety first. It is a marathon after all. There is no time for just, you know, up and getting a game over. Hello, it's a speed run. We can't have that happen. So saving is always a good idea, especially for these cases.
Yeah, and you know, like we mentioned earlier, Kat mentioned this earlier. You know, there's no checkpoints, nothing like that. So once you die, I mean, that's rip run.
Yeah, that's pretty much you're just done. So we're not gonna help Barry, or we're not gonna ask Barry to stick around. So we're just gonna push these off the ledge here. There is a magnum on the ground, but for new game, don't have to worry about it because it's a rocket launcher. So we're just gonna throw Lisa off of the ledge there. So everybody say goodbye to Lisa. She's no longer with us. She's in a better place though. However, don't worry, chat. She's with her candles. She's with her soaps. She's fine.
She like we're not being sarcastic. She actually does survive that. Don't know how, but she does.
She's having a great time with her soaps, but she's no longer a bother to us. So now we can get out of here.
Yeah, heck yeah. Yeah, so normally when you run any percent or best ending and you have your rocket launcher, you have to shoot. Oh wait, no. We pick up Barry's Magnum for any percent. But yeah, for best ending, actually no, for best ending we don't even have to fight her. We just have Barry there. Yeah, so that fight has many different variations depending on what category.
All right,
cool. So we picked up these books on the way. They contain little medallions, a wolf and an eagle medallion. That will drain the water in this fountain, bringing us another secret entrance somewhere else. We just keep going deeper and deeper, it seems.
We just
Alrighty.
dwell deeper and deeper and deeper. Oh no! We're making our way to a secret little laboratory here. The actual laboratory, where they've done a lot of their science-y type stuff. But we're going to be introduced to a few new enemies that we had not seen before, which is going to be chimeras and as well as naked zombies. They are quite fun.
So, thankfully enough, on New Game Plus, so on the very easy difficulty, we don't see naked zombies. They're not. Oh, Mar.
See, I'm so used to the original that I'm just so used to seeing the naked zombies in this section.
Me too. No, trust me, me too. When I started running this, I'm like, oh my god, they're not here. That's one less person to dodge.
Exactly. So we're going to be doing John and then Ada. And
Where's
then
password
we're going
security?
to be, yeah. And then we're going to do an extra password for Cell.
Cell.
On the original, it's actually Mole, but in this one, it's Cell. It tricks you up when you go from original to this one, but...
If you run both.
Yeah, if you run both, it's like, oh, wait, no, it's not Mole. Wait, no, it's Cell.
Yeah.
Shoot.
And everyone always has big gripes about that keyboard, because yes, it's not a QWERTY keyboard. It bothers me too. Trust us, folks.
Yeah, it messes with me a lot. I'm like, wait a second, that's not supposed to be over there. Wait,
Right.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Oh, so you may notice too, didn't mention this earlier, so that zombie I just killed with the rocket launcher, you see that he's still laying there. Normally in these games, or rather in the OG games, when you kill a zombie and then you leave and you come back, they dissolve, they're gone, whatever. But in this game, another amazing mechanic that they added in Resident Evil Remake was the introduction of Crimson Head zombies. Now, it's very terrifying for those who play this game for the first time, because you think that zombie's dead, but then he resurrects as a faster, bloodier, crazy, like, you know, they're super deadly because they have talons. They basically run at you. But they do not resurrect as Crimson Heads. I think it's like a 10 or 15 minute timer for that. So
Something like that.
if you kill one, Mar, if you kill one and you know you're going to be in and out of that spot really quickly, then you'll be fine. But you know, if like at the beginning of the game, how there were zombies and stuff there, you don't want to kill those because you know you're going to be passing through there a few times. So yeah, pretty cool.
Some enemies are just better off to just kill them first before you know, having to go back in and out, because the chimeras especially can be a little problematic.
Well,
they're very jumpy.
Yeah, that one in particular you do have to kill because he will always be there, and we're actually about to escort over some explode stuff.
Yeah, so essentially what Mara's trying to say here is that she's going to be grabbing this canister and putting it in there and then grabbing it again, but this time it's going to be filled with some some explodey stuff, as she said.
It's
so
nitro.
She's gonna have
nitro fuel.
nitro. Yeah. So she's gonna have to do some stutter stepping here. You'll see her take a few walk steps and then a few run steps. There is a pattern to this, and it is very important to follow the pattern, because if you do not, you will go boom. We do not want that, so therefore we walk and then we run and then we walk and then we run all the way until we get to where we need to drop it off. Once it's dropped off, though, we don't have to worry about it anymore, but it is a very scary trip to get to it, especially when there's enemies in the way, but thankfully we took care of those, so it's not as much of a concern. There
Yeah.
we go. Almost
If
there.
that chimera was like, that chimera stays there if you don't kill him. And when you run best ending, because you have to conserve as many grenade rounds as possible, you have to dodge that chimera while you have the nitro fuel. And trust me, folks, that is legit the scariest part of best ending for me. Dodging that guy, because he has like 2 different attacks. He can either do like this overhead swipe, or he'll go on all 4s, he'll go on the ceiling, and oh man, it is scary. But thankfully here, when you run New Game Plus, or when you run any %, you can just take care of that guy. All's good.
Yeah, so as you can see, the chimeras are very, very quick in their movement, so they can be a little scary, but thankfully they're not too bad, because they take half of their time getting out from the ceiling. But on the original, oh my goodness, they hang from the ceiling and they'll grab you from the neck, and it's oh god, no!
Yeah.
And you can't tell where they are because the shadows are so awkward. So yeah, that's always exciting.
Alrighty, so
Time to go talk to our good buddy, old pal, Wesker.
Mr. Albert Wesker, hello, sir.
He wants to show us his tyrant.
Oh god, he's there. Alright,
time to kill the tyrant. Thankfully, the tyrant is a one and done type of deal. Easy boss. Didn't even put up a fight. How weak.
I mean, getting hit with a rocket, NBD, right? That doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I'm sure he's fine.
I think he's fine. Now, since we're running New Game Plus, and this is the same thing on any %, whether you're running Chris or Jill, there's no self-destruct sequence. None of that's going on, because, well, we don't have a partner with us. We don't have Barry with us, because, you know, you're trying to go as fast as possible. Barry's not here. He didn't set the self-destruct sequence, or I guess technically, if we want to be specific, Rebecca doesn't set it off or whatever, but either way, we don't have a self-destruct sequence, we don't have a countdown timer, none of that sort of stuff, and we also will not have to fight Tyrant again. So yeah, it's just me, myself, and I getting out of here.
Yeah, that's the one nice thing about these categories, is that you don't have to fight the Tyrant on the helipad. The Tyrant fight on the helipad is very scary.
It is.
Especially since the Tyrant moves with the quickness.
Yeah, he's
he's not a fun boy to deal with, but thankfully we just have to place down a little flare and get out of here.
Yeah. Oh, so normally when you play as Jill, you can have Chris and Barry here with you. But yeah, since we didn't save Chris with those ammo discs, and we didn't save Barry at the Lisa boss fight, yeah, like we said, it's just us. And
we're getting out of here.
We're getting out. Time's coming up here very shortly. After we pick up our rockets and send them off and skip a few cutscenes, it will be time. So, alrighty, let's see.
Get ready on that time, folks. And that's I'm just gonna say GG to Mark. Good job on the run.
And time. There we go. Yay!
Congratulations, you have completed the game.
Thank you.
Would you like to do your outro?
Sure. Yeah, folks. If y'all don't know me, my name's
Jill,
Marphoria.
you did a fine job.
I mainly speedrun Resident Evil. I've speedrun a lot of them. I speedrun this one, 7 Village. Gonna go back to RE2 Remake at some point. I've been focusing on this one though because it is my favorite Resident Evil game. This is legit my favorite Resident Evil game of all time. So I run a few different categories on this one. I also speedrun Crash Bandicoot and a few other things, but I'm mainly focusing on this game and OG Crash 3. So feel free to follow me at twitch.tv/marphoria, and you know we always have a good time there, whether we're speedrunning or playing something casual or playing Beat Saber, something like that. But yeah, big shout outs to of course my community for always being supportive, Cat's Cat's community as well, because you know a lot of us share the same folks and y'all are always super supportive and awesome, so thank you. And also huge shout outs to my friend Revser, because you know we've been friends for a very long time. We both love the game equally. He's like the encyclopedia for me for Resident Evil Remake. He's helped me a whole lot with this game, so huge shout outs to you, dude. And of course thank you, Cat, my best friend, my ride or die. She's like one of the best, like the best person I know. So yeah, thank you so much, Kat, for commentating. I always have such a good time at these events with you. And you know, if there's anything you'd like to add where folks can find you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much for having me on. It's always a pleasure to do commentary for you, and as well as vice versa, where it's always a good time whenever we get to do some stuff together. But thank you very much. My name is Catlink, for those who don't know who I am. I also do a lot of speedruns, such as Resident Evil, Silent Hill, and all that sort of stuff with the horror games and spookiness. But I'll still be here for the next 2 runs, so you'll get to hear more of me.
Yeah,
outside of that, please go follow Mar. I'd love
you.
to see y'all go support her. You don't need to support me. Support
Mar.
Mar.
Oh, yes, you do. Yeah. Go check out Kat as well. But no, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kat. Thank you so much, Octini and everyone here at Meteor for having us. And folks, keep donating to RIP Medical Debt, because amazing cause. It's going to help out so many people. And yeah, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mar and Kat both. And like Kat said, Kat's going to be around for a little while because we got more horror games coming up. And who better to talk about horror games than Catlink, really? We are going to take a very short break, and we will be back very soon with Silent Hill Origins, followed by Silent Hill 3, both with Abby's Corner. So thank you, everyone, so much for the donations during that last run. Thank you, Mar and Kat, for the run. That was incredible. We will be back very, very soon. Stick around, y'all.